think there is a clear need for a separation between marketing and market research. Having said this, I think we need the separation because the two are emerging, and I think that's a trend we can't avoid. I just think we need to make things clear of where the borderlines are. If you think at communities and how you use communities, obviously for consumers, participants, they don't make the difference between really what is research and what is marketing. For them, it doesn't really, it's not very conscious, or it's not very apparent. But I think where we should draw the line is selling. I think as soon as we go into a selling mode, as soon as we go into a commercial offering mode to people, I think that's where we cross the line with marketing, between marketing and research. But for example, I don't think there's anything wrong if you engage with consumers in a long-term perspective. There's not anything wrong with sending them a sample and asking them for their feedback, as long as they know that the next sample they get, they won't have to pay for it, for example.
The internet from itself, basically, it is an auto-regulating system. Normally, from the past, we see that things regulate themselves. But the problem occurs when there is a not very clear difference or not a very clear line between data gathering or insights gathering, bringing the insights together, and the other one is the activity of companies on the internet to make their products known, in a good daylight, and to sell their products. And the line between these two is not very clear for the moment, and I think SMR is working on it, we know that, and SMR has worked a lot on it in the past, and we have to see where that line will be drawn on the internet. I don't know if it will be auto-regulated on the internet, I'm not so very sure. I think in this case, as an industry, SMR, Febelmar, all together, we have to think about this and see how we define the territory on which we play and define the territory on which companies can play.
Our department is a combination of brand equity and market research, which I think is very valuable because the two go very closely together.
If you look at a lot of companies nowadays, you don't see that often marketeers anymore in the board of directors. And of course that's a bit alarming. And some people did some studies about what is happening there, and maybe a lot of marketing has become too operational.